notice anything different? Maybe Ryu on the screen? You know. So there actually is a lot of stuff we're going to be going over in this devlog. There's a couple changes that weren't in the previous one. Well, actually, because previously just went over all the stuff I had added. Now we're going to be over what I did this week. So first of all, if you noticed, we got Ryu here. Third strike Ryu specifically. I like the way he looks. The reason being why we added him was because our previous sprites we were using, let me see if I can pull it up here. Where is it? The brawler girl from HIO. Huh. I think I might have deleted the sprite. Did I delete the sprites? No. They were there. I guess look at the... No, it's here. This lady. Let me see, idol. This lady, our beautiful old sprite, did not have enough states to really represent the full game. You have hurt, dive kick, the idol, jab, jump kick, punch. There's a couple ones, but not enough. You don't have a knockdown state and all that. And so it's testing some knockdown stuff. So I'll actually go over this while I'm talking about it. So, we have all the stuff. We have a little dash. It looks a little weird, but just so that we can show that a little jump. It doesn't, of course, Ryu doesn't actually have an air dash, so it's kind of looks weird on him. Get that punch. I didn't bother really aligning the sprite animations, but it's still biggie. You see, of course, look at that. We got a crouch, and that is also not aligned. That's no, but we have it. So as you can see, we have the. I have to turn the hit stun down on that. That is quite the hit stun on a punch. One thing we did add. Look at that. Oh, that shouldn't trip so. That trips really high. Jeez. Okay. Let me actually turn that trip down a little bit. But you see, we have. Now we can do like a knockdown into the air. So knockdowns work a little differently now. So that's something we added. Look, see that? That looks a lot more like a trip. A little fast trip, but it kind of looks like a trip. So yeah, now we have that. So basically I just kind of changed the sprites because now we have something to fully represent. We also added, and I'm pretty sure I should illustrate those stuff because I actually talked about that. If you see in my visual clarity short, I kind of talk about that. We added time rewinding, as you can see. Look at that. It's a little bit finicky. It's not the best, but it works for what it is. Right now it just does a couple. Ooh, that's a weird hitbox thing there. Right now it just does like a couple, like 1 second back in the future, in the past. So that's how it works right now. You have that little purple effect. Pretty nice. I'm gonna have to add some more because right now the time rewinding, if we go to the actual thing, that's kind of the portion. I'm just, as I go into this, I'm gonna start going into more code specific stuff. So that's just a showcase of what I've done. So as you can see, that's what I've done. Well, let's go into the more code specific part. So this is the section where I'm actually going to go over the code I've added. So the time rewind, I actually had something written previously in my state for this logic, but I actually made the time rewind its own state. You might see it's time rewind 1. There will be multiple different time rewinds that each represent different things. Time rewind 1 will be a core function of the game, the one you're probably going to see most commonly. I think of it as more of an offensive time rewind, I guess. An offensive time rewind. But it only rewinds back a second, which is what I'm planning. So right now, how I have it triggers in state, basically I just check for if you're probably hearing me hit the space bar, I don't have it binded to the controller. I just have it binded to spacebar just for testing. I'm gonna bind it to the controller. And when I do bind it to the controller, the opponent character will not enter time rewind 1. They will enter a different state, which I will make, which is gonna handle the logic of how it should handle. So time rewind 1. Actually added an Omni Dash too. I'll show that off. I haven't commented out because I was testing some logic there. But you see, it's pretty simple. All it does is in state, I track. Let's see, where's the list of all the information I track? Here it is. I track the state, position, velocity, animation, animation frame, facing, hit stun, block stun, crouch block stun. And that's basically kind of it. Like, I track all these things. Then when I rewind in time rewind 1, I send that back somewhere. I get that. So let's see, get no animation frames. I get that somewhere. I can't remember where I get this again. Player.go velocity. Basically, I get all these things. I go backwards and I'm able to, I go through my state tracker. And I just go back, get all that stuff out. I have not added everything, and then I pop that. I remove that from the end of the list, and I can, my brain is blanking. So then I can remove that. So it creates basically a new array. It's basically going forward from there. It deletes those 60 seconds to bring you back 60 seconds. So that's how that time rewind is working. I have the Omni Dash, which I didn't actually show off. Oh, okay, cool. See, it is index based, as you can see. So if you rewind in the first like 59 seconds of the game, you'll get that error. See, we got things we gotta fix. Look at that. But yeah, as you can see, we got an Omni Dash, so it'll dash you in whatever way you're holding at the time of coming out of time rewind. That's why I say it's more offensive. You can do some fun stuff with it. It's an 8-way air dash. It also works on the ground too. Let's see. Look at that. Let's see. Can we go up into the air? Let's see. Can we go up into the air like diagonal? Yeah. So it works in the air too. So yeah, we have that. So we have to add some more logic to differentiate between the rewind that is happening to the opponent and the person triggering it. So that's what we'll have to add. As I said, the knockdown logic, I'm pretty happy with how that is now. I do want to make the combo system feel a little bit fuller next week. So next week we actually have a lot of clear goals. So we're going to list them. Make the combat feel a little bit nicer. Right now, we got 2 moves. We're going to just base them off Ryu. He'll be my placeholder character. As we make the movement and everything feel a little bit nicer, we want to tweak time rewind to fit with that. And adding the rewind state, which is just the general state that would go through the logic if you're not the person triggering it. Let's see, there's some other stuff too. I think that's generally mostly it. Basically a little bit of polish on the combat. Oh, yes, we want to make like an actual match state. We want to make it more game-like. So right now it's basically just testing where we have the 2 characters. We don't even have walls. So basically adding walls, adding like an actual match. So we want to be able to track the health of the characters. We do actually have that. As you can see, if you're looking at the hitboxes do have a health value, a damage value there. And as you can see, the character actually does have a health value, and I actually have it in the states. I do that subtraction in player hit. You can see hit tracker. There we go. No, there it is. I'm highlighting the totally wrong part. But yeah, so we do have a lot of stuff that we can use to just make all that stuff. So I think I'm at the point where we can start working on polish, hopefully. I don't think it's too early to start working on polish. We have a lot of infrastructure, but with time rewind, since it's a mechanic, it's kind of difficult to test how it feels without having the rest of the game built up. So that is the goals for next week. So I guess I'll catch you guys in Devlog 3.